Hey everybody, I'm back and I'm experimenting with a new video setup. Previously I was filming with my DSLR and my 50 and I just wasn't happy with it because focus was really challenging because of the kind of lens that it was, and I was always cut off. So I'm trying a much less technical setup with my iPhone, so let me know what you think. I'm going to try to look at the lens, but it's really tempting to look at the screen, kind of like on FaceTime. You get my drift. Anyway, I don't know if you guys have heard of the anti-haul. It's something that I believe Kimberly Clark started on YouTube, but I saw Anna from the Anna Edit, formerly Viviana Does Makeup, do one herself, and I just love the concept. As beauty bloggers and beauty aficionados, we're always shelling out money for products, and spending and thinking about what we need. I feel like we don't often ask the question of what we don't need. So I thought I would do my own take on the anti-haul, let you know things that I'm not interested in buying and why. And it's not personal, it's not a criticism necessarily of the products or review if you love them. It's just, I thought I'd give you my take on products that don't speak to me. And I'm kind of in a scrappy mood today, so I think that helps. I've been absent for a while because, well, frankly, I haven't done my hair and makeup in days. I'm unemployed right now, which sucks, but I had a job interview today, and so I thought, well, I look human, so I might as well get on camera, finally. So to begin, the first thing I want to include in my anti-haul are contour palettes. You know the drill, sort of the standard palette of like 3 contour shades, 3 highlight shades. A typical one I think would be the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. The products I hear are beautiful. I haven't tried them myself for that palette in particular. I did try the Anastasia version of the palette. It was cream and I took it back because I couldn't get the cream to blend. But the big reason why contour palettes in general don't speak to me is that the shades are not all workable for me and my skin. To me, contour palettes and highlight palettes make sense if you're a makeup artist and you need different shades for different skin tones. But let's be real, in a contour palette with 3 different contour shades, there's going to be one that you like the best. So why wouldn't you just buy the one shade that you like the best and use that one? Why would you want to waste 2 other shades? Like, palettes are really expensive, and I'll spend money on quality on a product that I like, but if I'm only going to use half the palette, like, that's a huge waste of money for me. So the Anastasia contour palettes, the Kat Von D Shade and Light palettes, the NYX contour palettes, just not a fan. For me, particularly for contour, there tends to be like 1 or 2 colors that I really like, and I stick to those. My current favorite for contouring, and I actually don't even contour that much, is the Kevyn Aucoin, the Sculpting Powder in Light. I used to like the medium, which was the only color. Then he came up with a light shade, which for my pasty white complexion is ideal, so that's what I stick to. I figure if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So the next item on my anti-haul list would be the L'Oreal Lumi Cushion Foundation. I've heard a lot of good things about this product, the L'Oreal Lumi Cushion Foundations. Cushy, they're cushy. People love them. People love the finish. But my big objection is that they're like $25. $25 for a drugstore foundation is just ridiculous. Like, that's getting up towards like MAC prices. No, I'm sorry. If it's drugstore foundation, I'll spend $10 at the most on it. That's it. Otherwise, I'm going the luxury route. And also, I'm just not really wowed or dazzled by the concept of cushion foundations to begin with. And there are 2 reasons for that. One, I feel like you get less product for the same amount of money because they just pour product into a small space that's mostly taken up by cushion, so I feel like it's not very good bang for your buck. 2, I feel like it's not very sanitary to have this damp cushion just sitting there. I feel like it would be really prone to having bacteria grow everywhere, and I'm a bit of a germaphobe when it comes to makeup because I've had really problematic reactive skin in the past, so I'm very particular about keeping the things that go on my face clean. So I won't be trying cushion foundations anytime soon, and I'm definitely not wowed by the L'Oreal version because I can't do $25 for a drugstore product at all. The next product might sound a little bit controversial. L'Oreal has come out with a Beauty and the Beast collection. I love the concept, it's cute. I love Beauty and the Beast, like the animated version that came out in '91. It might be my favorite Disney movie of all time. I have a ticket to go see Beauty and the Beast on Friday. So excited, but I think it's a little bit cheap for cosmetic companies to be capitalizing on a Disney movie. It's just not a really clear connection to me. So there's that piece of it. The other piece of it is that the collection just isn't varied enough. The lipsticks, like, there are 3 red lipsticks. They look very nice, but why 3 red lipsticks? Why not something a little bit more wearable? Why not something for those of us who prefer pinks or nudes? Like, you know, Belle sure didn't wear red lipstick. I don't know. L'Oreal, do better. The next item on my anti-haul list would be the NARS blush palettes that are out this year. I love NARS blushes, don't get me wrong. They're some of the best quality out there. They're pigmented without being too pigmented, generally speaking, but a palette just feels like more than I need, because the colors in the palettes are quite varied, and I mean, I think that's the point, is to give you a lot of options, but it's very unlikely that I will enjoy all 6 shades in the palette as much as any other palette. So for me, it's just not good bang for your buck if I'm only really going to love half the shades in the palette. So they don't speak to me, they're a bit loud, I'll be skipping those, and I'll spend my 80 bucks elsewhere. And you know, if you followed me for a while, you know that I'm not a cheapskate when it comes to makeup. I mean, half of my budget I feel like goes to Charlotte Tilbury. So if I love a product, I'll spend a lot on it, but I have to love everything that I buy. So that's what makes palettes a little bit of a harder sell for me. Finally, the last item on my anti-haul list would be the Anastasia Glow Kits. I've heard great things about the highlighters as a product. Her products that I've tried are really good quality. Like I'll use the Brow Wiz forever probably. And I really love the Mario Master palette from Anastasia, so the quality is good. But I sort of feel the same way about the glow kits as I do about contour kits, in that it's hard for me to imagine liking all 6 colors or all 4 colors equally. To me, it just feels like it would be a waste of money. I'll probably really like 1, maybe 2, but then the other 2 would go to waste. And maybe that just aggravates my obsessive personality a little bit, to just not, you know, to have things used so unevenly. There's also the fact that I'm pasty white, and there are some highlighters that are just way too dark. And it's great there are dark highlighters out there because, you know, there isn't enough makeup, I don't think, that really suits women of color. So that's great. But again, why would there be for such varying shades in one palette for people that are not makeup artists? It makes sense for makeup artists, not for me, the consumer. So that's it. That is my first anti-haul. I'd love to hear what you think about these products. I'd love to know if there are products that don't speak to you as well. And if there are products that you're not into or that aren't speaking to you, I'd love to hear about them in the comments. So let me know. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.